Too. Starting out really quick, a few announcements. As always, we still have plenty of time in our guide services fall calendar. So if you're looking for something for the fall, we got a lot of time. We have lots of time for this summer. All three of us, myself, Rick, and George, we all got our spots. So if you want to do some trout fishing, some bass fishing, obviously some pike fishing, we have some room. We all got some really great trout water, and we got a nice pike program, and there's always some bass to be caught somewhere. So if you want to do a little bit of that, yeah, just give us a call, get a hold of us. The other thing is we're still planning on doing, or we are planning on doing, our August spay casting clinic. That'll be the last weekend of August. I think it's the 27th and 28th. Don't check before you on that, because I'm just guessing on those dates. But anyways, it'll be like we did last year. There'll be a class given on Saturday, a class given on Sunday, maxed out to 10 students per class with a 5-to-1 ratio. Me and Ricky be instructing, so it'll be 5 students to 1 instructor. And we're going to go over a lot of the spay casting, the style of cast we do for the Great Lakes in our rivers. So it'll be more of a Great Lakes steelhead salmon style casting, spay casting, handling those types of challenges and lines and systems that we use for both switch rods and spay rods. So we'll be covering both of that. And we'll be talking about using sink tips. We'll be also spending some time talking about presentations, how I handle a swinging fly, how I control depth, how I find depth with a sink tip to make sure I'm at the right things, and how I control speed. So all that will be covered in those classes. We generally meet about 8 in the morning. We go to about noon, 12:30. Trust me, for casting and everything, that's long enough. You're going to be at systems overload because there's a lot of information that's given in those few hours. So that's still going. We're going to charge $125 per student for the class. So once again, just contact us. We're taking confirmed datings now for that. And once again, that'll be the last weekend of August. All right, we got that out of the way. Now for the fishing, what you really want to hear about. As you can tell, we're done steelhead fishing, and my apologies. We're just hoping to get out a really nice video of us swinging flies for steelhead. It just didn't work out. The fishing was kind of tough. We had to work hard to find fish for our guest. Tree pollen, don't you love it? And we just didn't have time to get a video out. Obviously, we're fishing guides first, video photographers, YouTubers second. So it just didn't work. I apologize for that. We got a pike video on the way. We're going to try to do a little bit of maybe give you something for swinging flies. We might do it more trout fishing oriented. I would like to know how many of you folks are trout fishermen. Just kind of put that down in the comments. Hey, I like trout fishing. And my question to you is, you trout fishermen, do you like to dry fly fish? Do you like to nymph fish? Do you like to swing wet flies? Put that down in the comments too, because I'd like to get to know you a little bit better. And that's one of my questions that we often ask, is what you guys like to see. So with that going forward, we're definitely into our summer program now, and our menu has expanded. So along with the trout fishing, we also have pike fishing available and some bass fishing available. So if you're interested in any of that, let us know. So we're definitely into getting those programs going. The hatches for the trout streams are definitely rolling. We're getting into what we call light caddis is starting to go now. We're not too far off them. The main bugs, the marsh browns, the gray foxes, and the sulfurs. And in a few places here in another week, we probably should see our giant olive. I call them a giant olive. I'm not sure what the hell they are. They look like a size 14 blueing olive to me. And green drakes in some places. Actually, the Salmon River in a couple corners does have green drakes on it. Just enough to get the fish up. And we should be getting some fish here in the salmon pretty soon. So, yeah, they're stocked fish. Yeah, they're dumb for about 2 weeks. And then they learn how to be trout. And yeah, they like to come up and eat bugs off the surface. You gotta love it. I mean, a fish is looking up for food. Yeah. For dry fly fishermen, you couldn't ask for anything more. So that's what's going on there. With our pike fishing and our pike videos, don't be surprised you see conventional gear, a spinning rod, a bait casting rod in there once in a while. We are specialized, and we're primary fly fishermen. We specialize in fly fishing. So as a result, we kind of got to work with our conventional gear skills, because we just don't do it much. And we like to have that option. So if you're traveling up and a family member or a friend is not a fly fisherman, we can accommodate them too. So we'll have all the stuff for them. They just, you guys just show up. We got, as always. So you'll see that in our videos where we're playing around with a spinning rod or a bait casting rod a little bit for a pike. It's just that we do that periodically to make sure that we're up to date. So when somebody comes in that's not a fly fisherman that wants to be in the group, we can say, hey, we got you covered. So that's what's going on there with the pike, the bass. Yeah, a lot of our Lake Ontario tributaries now have smallmouth bass in them. Understand the bass season is not open. I think it opens like the 15th of June, but you can pursue them under a catch and release approach. You can go and fish for bass as long as you release them immediately. I do suggest that you pay a little bit of attention to the water you're in. Stay away from the soft edge. Basically, stay away from the spawning habitat. Stay in the main part of the rivers where you got fish coming and going. You don't have fish on the beds. We want to protect those spawning fish because we need the bass. And there's some great big smallies that are hanging around. We might be able to give you a video. If you're interested, hey, I'd like to see a bass fishing video, put that down in the comments too, because we'd like to see what you guys like to see during the summer. So that's pretty much what's going on. It's about all I can think about right now. I know when I get done with this, I'll think of something else I probably should have told you, but we're on the trout streams. We'll be doing some trout videos. We're definitely working on the pike. We got a pike video that's in the editing software right now, and I'm hoping to get some trout fishing in the software in the editing here pretty quick. And if we get a chance, we're also going to go and probably shake up something with the bass, especially if a few people says, yeah, I'd like to see you guys fly fish for bass. We'll show that too. So that's what's going on. That's about it. Like I said, if you're interested in doing any trout fishing with us or pike or bass, get a hold of us. Until then, see you in the water, folks. Good fishing to you.
This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer, we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.